What's up, guys? It is that guy Jordan. I'm back again with a new video today. And before we get started, I just want to let y'all know Honey 2 is going to the publishers tonight. I will be publishing it on Amazon. So if you want to go check out Honey 2, it is going to be published there on Amazon. It probably won't be available for about 24 to 72 hours. So I will give an update on when it's going to come out. I will make a video that day that, hey, my book is out. Go read it. Hey, I want to make this a bestseller, so help me, guys. It's not gonna be that expensive. It's nice. It's nice. It's way bigger than my first book, but I put my all. I put my foot into this one. So like, go check that out for me. Honey 2, it's gonna be available on Amazon. So let's get started, guys. Today I will be talking about Black representation and why it's important to the Black community. Black representation is very important to the individual Black person because the simple fact of the matter is that we have somebody to look up to. We have somebody to relate to. We have somebody to be like, oh my gosh, they understand me, they get me. And we don't have a lot of that anymore. Like, we really don't have a lot of Black representation. And Black representation is everything. It's seeing a predominantly Black cast on a Black movie. It's going to a store that's Black owned. It's going to that car dealership that's Black owned. It's having cultural appreciation for being Black. And Black communities do not have that anymore because of the simple fact that is that honestly out of fear. I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know if it's fear, if it's like you don't want it. I don't know because like I asked the older gentleman a week ago or so. I asked the older gentleman, I was like, so like used to he was a mechanic back in the day, he used to run a really nice shop. He was showing me his pictures and everything. He used to have these nice banging cars in the 60s and 70s. And he said he sold it to a white guy and he's regretted it ever since. And I asked him why. Why did you sell your passion, your dream? And he was like, well, at the time, he was like, when he sold it in the 80s. He sold it in the 80s, and he was telling me it was because around that time is when the cultural pushback for when the black community start declining. He said it was around the 80s, and he was like, Black people didn't need that when they can go somewhere else and get it cheaper, and they didn't want to pay the prices and everything. And we see that reflecting these days. I see a lot of my friends on Facebook with their own businesses and everything, and it's sad to say is that most of their customers aren't Black. You have a Black owned business, but most of your customer base is, white, Mexican, Asian, and they're not your own color. And it kind of saddens. Like, I understand that because when I ran my own car wash business, most of my customers were white or Mexican. I think I had 2 Black customers. Out of my whole car wash, I had 2 Black customers. 2. So that should tell you that, the representation isn't there. We rather go to these big branded places and these big fancy restaurants with the big names instead of going to your local Black owned shop or something like that to get these byproducts and everything. Like, bro, you know how hard it is to open up your own business and to stay in business. It's hard. But when your community gives their money to other ethnicities and everything, like you go to you go to a gas station that's owned by an Arab. You buy the gas there, you buy your snacks there. But if you know there's a Black owned gas station, would you go there? And the sad truth about that is that it's like most Black people want a discount because like, oh, you Black owned. No, Black owned does not mean Black discount. It means Black owned. So support Black owned businesses. Support that. Other things about representation is that we need to represent ourselves better. It starts with us. We want to change the world of how the outlook is on us. We have to change as well as a community, as a people, as a race. We have to change ourselves too. Ignorance runs deeply through the Black community because it was seeded in when it started in slavery. It started in slavery. Slave owners would get a brother drunk to fight his other brother because he was drunk. And it started hatred. It started to, it started hatred for one another. And then we have people that don't even like being in their own skin. They don't like their own hair. They want to change their hair. They want to be blonde. They want to have blue contacts. I've seen this. I've seen this. And this, I've lived in a few places where, I've lived in a few places where you see white people try to be more black than the black person. And then, you know, it's weird to me. It's weird to me because I think, in my personal opinion, black is beautiful. Being black is probably like, it's a beautiful thing. It's cultural appreciation and everything. And, anybody else that's watching that's not black, it's not being racist or anything. It's just that I feel comfortable in my own skin. And I think as a black person, uh, we should all feel comfortable in our skin. We should be proud to say, "Hey, I'm black." Hey, we should not feel ashamed of being black, and we shouldn't be scared to be black either. If somebody says, "Hey, you being too black," tell them, "Fuck you." Tell them that, mind your business. There's nothing too black about me. If you are, hey, they try to say that our afros, our beards, our way, our style. They try to say it's ghetto and everything. Let them say it. Being black isn't nothing to be bad or be ashamed about. It is cool, man. It's and it's because of being black is that so many things we've integrated in cultures to create and everything. We created soul food. People love soul food. We created blues that led to rock, that led to rap. We created all these different music styles. We created all these crazy hairstyles and everything. But we also got to remember that, we got to stick together. And we need to, the one other thing that we need to, I need people to realize is that um, black isn't a fetish. If you are in another race and everything, don't be attracted to a black person because they're black. Be attracted because they're smart. Be attracted because they're beautiful, and not because of the race and everything. Because I see a lot of that. I see a lot of black fetishism. Like, you'll see these black breeding things. Like, I literally, one of my friends sent me this link. Like, you see this bullshit? Like, it's a link onto a Twitter account where white women want to be bred by black men just because they black. Like, no, that is unacceptable. Or you see these white guys that wanna fuck a black woman because she's black. No, that is not. No, black fetishism is that's not okay. I'm sorry. If you got a fetish with the skin color, you need to just leave that at the house or something. Like, that's not cool. Because, you degrading, that's a degrading thing in my eyes. That is very degrading. Like, because I'm black, that's the only reason why you want to be with me is because I'm black, not because of my personality, not because of my intelligence, not because anything else. You just want to be with me because I'm black. Like, no, that is no. So black fetishism has to stop. We also have to stop our the ingrained violence. Don't get me wrong. Yes, being killed by the police is wrong and everything, but genocide is also a big thing as well. We have to stop killing each other. We need to band together. We need to work together so we can stop the social injustices that happen to us. So, yes, it does start with us as well. We have to stop the gun violence within our communities. We have to turn our, we have to turn our perceptions that, hey, this guy is my brother. This guy is black, just like me. So I shouldn't kill this black man because, he reps a different set, or because he got these Jordans on, or because of something so stupid. Because, see, that's what they want. They want us to turn against each other, and then it's all downhill from there. So no. So black representation matters. And before I go, there's one other thing. The one thing that black representation also means is that it starts with black parents. Black parents have to be role models for your kids, especially black fathers. If you want to be An absent father and everything, fine. Don't have kids. That's a simple thing. But if you want to be a real father and everything, teach your kids everything you can. Teach your kids, don't be a bum about it. Teach your kids everything. Be there for your kids. Make your kids smile. Make your kids happy. That is your job as a black parent. And make sure they know the horrors of this world, but make sure you there for your kid so you can get them through those horrors like you got through. Because sometimes we can't get through our own horrors that we've been through on this earth and everything, you know. But it doesn't mean that the next generation can't. So we need to make sure we're better role models for our kids. We need to make sure we represent better. We need better leaders. We need to stand up for everything, you know. Black representation matters. Black lives matter, and that's literally what we have to do together. So remember, guys, you know, if you guys really want to help your community, find that black owned shop. Ladies, find that black owned hair store. You know, you might find better prices than when you go to a, not black owned hair store. You know, just remember, black representation, it matters, guys, because that's the only way we're going to get through this. That's all I got for tonight. I want to thank y'all for the support. I want to thank everybody that's just been pushing me to do better. I can't believe that I've grown such a following in such a short amount of time, and I hope to just see the numbers just skyrocket and grow. And if you guys have any ideas for new videos that you want me to talk about, please leave those video ideas in the comments. I'm gonna drop my social media, so if you guys want to talk about anything, ask me any questions, I promise you I will hit you up. I will answer all your questions and everything. Honey 2 will be out in a couple days. Please go look at that. I would greatly appreciate that. My goal is I want to be a #1 seller. I want to be a top author. So please, 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 go get you a copy. It's been that guy, Jordan. You guys have a wonderful night. Stay safe, everyone. Please stay safe. Watch your back. And have a good night.